And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the piece of stock in the Lathe Chuck, and the reason I selected this one is it's similar to a real life experience you might come across where we have a piece that's already machined, we have a diameter turned and a face turned, and maybe we had to pull it out of the lathe so someone else could use the lathe, or maybe we had to pull it out and put a feature in like this hole, and now it's got to go back to the lathe for some more work. So this is the kind of stuff you run into all the time. So what we need to do is know how to put this back into the lathe so that the diameter runs concentric with the lathe center line and the face runs true as well with the cutting face. So let's put this into the Lathe Chuck like so. We're going to insert it in there. We're going to tighten the jaws. Now this is a 4-jaw Lathe Chuck, and the jaws tighten independently. So kind of gotten the jaws close to center ahead of time just to save on some time, and we're going to tighten them down. So now you might be able to see, I got to pull the camera back off the helmet now that I have use of my hands, and we're going to put this camera over here so that we can see the indicator that we're using. Alright, so I'm going to bring the indicator up until it touches the part. This is the drop indicator and the magnetic base. They're attached to the lathe carriage, so we're going to bring this around and zero it out like so, and then we're going to see how much runout we have in the axial direction. And you can see here it's almost 2/1000ths runout. It's going from about -1/1000 to +1. Maybe minus a half to +1. So that's pretty good. So normally we would tap on the piece to bring the highs down. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So we want to go to the low point, and then we're going to give it a tap right here with the hammer and see if that doesn't bring it in a little better. And it appears to have. Now we're down to about 1/1000th runout. So let's call that good for now. And what we'll do next is reposition the indicator so that we can measure the runout on the diameter. So with that, let me adjust the indicator around. We're going to move this carriage closer to the part. Okay, and we'll introduce some. I got to get this. This is kind of tricky. I've got all this stuff boxed around the lathe so that I can cut down on glare, because the camera is very sensitive to that, unfortunately. So here we go, and that looks about right there. Let me tighten the indicator back down so it stays positioned like so. Okay, and now we'll bring the dial around so the indicator is on 0. And as we turn this, let me pick the camera up so you guys can see. Okay, so as I turn the chuck, you can see we're running out quite a bit more now. We're running out about 11/1000ths on the diameter. We're going from +9 to about -2. So we have to bring that in, and we do that like so. We're going to insert, let me back the camera off again. Oops. We're going to insert the Lathe Chuck key on, we're going to bring the indicator around until it reads its highest position. So as you can see right now we're up around 9, and we're going to tighten the highs down. So we're going to turn the chuck key clockwise to try and bring the indicator down. Okay, and it's also high on this one, so we'll turn this one clockwise as well and try and bring that runout into control. So now we're running from about +1/1000th to about +5. So that's about 4/1000ths total indicator runout. Let me put the camera up there so you can see again. So You can see it's +5 there and +1 here. So I think what we need to do now, because I'm having a hard time tightening it anymore, we're going to loosen the lows. So when we get to our low point, we turn it counterclockwise. I'm going to bring that back in some because it jumped on me. Okay, so, and as you can see right now, it's running really nice. We're running out about 1,000th here, maybe a little less, but we can still bring that in a little better. So we got to find the high spot again, right about there. We're going to tighten it down a hair. Okay, now let's zero it out again, like so. And we're running about 1/2,000 still. So that's really good. We can live with that. But after we've made a change, we want to go back and check the other one, right? So we checked the axial on the face, and it was running out a little bit. We tapped it, we brought it in better. We checked the radial on the diameter, and we made an adjustment and got that running better. Now we got to go back, because we made an adjustment, we have to go back and check the face again. So one more time, we'll readjust here. Okay, set it up like this. Okay, sorry, this is a little cumbersome. All right, oops. Let's move this guy back down here so you guys can see. Hopefully you're not getting seasick. All right, so now we'll zero out the indicator again. We'll rotate it around, and you can see we're within 1,000th now. So we're about 1/2,000th on the diameter and about 1,000th on the face. The requirement was 2,000ths. Let me move the camera up again, make sure you guys can see that. The requirement's to have it within 2,000ths, and this should meet that requirement without any trouble. So hopefully this has been informative. If you have any questions, let me know, and hopefully this is a good lesson for you. Thanks, bye.